Hey friends, long time no WPW, which Paint Wednesday. It's easier to say WPW. Actually, not really. I'm doing it a little bit different today. Oh my gosh, I never use this What is this, an iPad? I never do this. So I never know what's happening, how to use it and all that jazz. So I'm going to go into Facebook. Now I'm screaming. Oh my gosh. I'm screaming this on my Facebook page and both my YouTube channels, but I'm only going to be able to see comments on Facebook. So if you want to join the conversation, please go over to that. Switch. Doing it different today because during Vlogmas, I was doing these little watercolors and I was loving it. And I have some really cute spring prim sketches that I want to paint. So I thought I would do it this way, and I think it's upside down. Let me know. Anybody on here? Let me know. Is it upside down? If it is, I just got to turn this. It's not a big deal. StreamYard is not meant to record this way. It's meant to record straight on to the person. So don't allow. I don't want them to know where I'm at all the time. Okay. So I'm live. I'm alive. Hi, Mandy. How are you? So am I upside down? Do I need to flip my phone? I need to flip this. I guess I'll be able to tell once I get this thing straightened out. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to see the comments on my iPad. Why is it froze? Why is it froze? Oh, Lord. Hold on. I got to check my settings on my iPad. Settings. Should be okay. Lord have mercy. All right, I'm going to flip this. Hang on to your britches, y'all. Now you can see. It's crooked as all get out, though, isn't it? There we go. Look at this messy top, this messy workspace. There we go. The angle looks fine. Hi, Susan, Mendy, and Laura. I got something up on my screen now. I can't get rid of it. Technology is not my friend for the most part. I just want to chat with you guys and paint, but I've got to get through all this rigmarole first. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to turn off those settings. I have my iPad on the Wi-Fi down here, so evidently that's not going to work. So we're going to try using my cell plan. However, if I do that, it might interfere with my recording. Oh, I never know what's happening. That worked. How to use to work. So we're going to try using my cell plan. However, if I do that, it might interfere with... Obviously, I never use this thing. How do I turn the volume down? Right here. So we're going to try using... Oh my gosh. All right, I think I'm with you guys now. I think I got it. Whew! For whatever reason, I got this big... I guess that don't matter. Hey, Colleen. Hi, Carol. Hi, Dima. Hi, Jennifer. All right, we're right side up. I have my iPad going. Can you see what I'm going to draw or I'm going to paint? Where's my sketch? What did I do with it? Well, it fell on the floor. I picked it up. I don't know where it's at now. No, right here. You can see it better here. Is that not fun? That's so cute. She's got, like, in my world of make-believe, she grew a tree, an egg tree. And then at Easter, she goes out and she clips all the eggs down and puts them in her little basket. That's the kind of world I live in. Isn't that scary? Hi, Leanne. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Terry. It's been a while. When's the last time I did Witch Paint Wednesday? It's been a while. I know it was before Christmas because I did the Vlogmas, and I know I haven't done one since Vlogmas either. So, welcome back, y'all. Thanks for not giving up on us. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kathy. Kristen. I couldn't get a hold of her before I went live. So she's probably out running errands and stuff. But I posed the question about moving it back to nighttime. We used to do this at, I think it was 8 o'clock Eastern time. So it was 7 o'clock her time. And I asked her if that would work better for her. Because during the day, I know she's busy with her grandkids and, you know, helping her husband do things for the business. So, and, you know, once her grandbaby is born, so her daughter is pregnant and expecting her first child. So once the baby is born, I don't think Kristen will be able to do this during the day. So nighttime will probably work better for her then. So, hey, Lisa Wheeler. How are you? My work area is a huge mess, but I really can't do anything about it right now, so I'm just going with it. I'm recording myself painting this on my camera because I plan on, I've got a couple other Eastery primitive bunny pictures, and I plan on recording myself painting those as well, and then offering the 3 in a bundle as a tutorial, an inexpensive tutorial. That's my plan. So, you know, I've got my acrylic brushes out. I kind of need my watercolor brushes. Where might they be, y'all? I mean, I can paint with acrylic brushes using, you know, watercolor paints, but they're a little more stiff than using watercolor brushes. Oh, here they are. I knew they weren't far because I used them during Vlogmas. All right, I still haven't finished the Q&A from Vlogmas. Oh, and get this. So I am, probably by tomorrow or maybe even Friday, I will have everything charted and ready, the covers designed, the directions written, and everything for Market, which is the first weekend of March. So I'm sitting good with that. And then I planned on, when I got back from Florida visiting Mom and Jerry, my plan was to design my fabric line. Like I know the theme. I know I've got a lot of the art already sketched out. I just have to paint it and then, you know, Photoshop it into repeats and stuff. I thought it was due the end of March. Guess when it's actually due? February 15th. And I just found that out yesterday. And that's nobody's fault but my own. I could not find the schedule. They sent me a schedule when I first signed with them, and I went through all my emails between myself and Riley Blake Designs, the various people that I, you know, communicate with there. I couldn't find anywhere that schedule. I just knew I had to have it done in the spring. Well, to me, well, I think of it as, I thought it was spring, but February 15th is still winter as far as I'm concerned. So I got that wrong somehow. And so now I'm under the gun. Next week, I will be painting all of the art for my new fabric line. And then I'll have, because I can work in the car with Photoshop doing the layouts and stuff. And then while I'm in Florida, I'm going to have to work some, at least in the morning when I first get up, work a couple hours on it. And I'll be back, and then I'll have like around another week to finish it up. And so it should work out. It's just, wow, kind of freaked me out. So I started to say, don't know if I ever finished my thought, because a lot of times I don't finish my thoughts because squirrel. I'm off on a tangent on something else. But I started to say that I am recording this, me painting this, and then, like I said, 2 others. I think I already did say that. Offer it in a bundle so you can paint all 3. Yeah. Because people want painting, like lessons and things to paint. And if I keep them, smaller, they're way more affordable. So that's the plan, Stan. And I plan on doing those kind of tutorials throughout the year, like with the seasons. So this tutorial, I'm hoping obviously to get it done before Easter. Because I want people to be able to paint them for Easter. But that depends on how the fabric line goes. I mean, I have to prioritize things, and my fabric line outweighs bunny pictures. Although this would be really cute as fabric. But I don't know how, like, I don't think they get that specific on holidays for fabric lines. I don't know that they would do Easter. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to look and see what they offer. But hi, Jan. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Linda. I haven't been looking at the comments, so let me go back and see what's going on. Ellie and I are watching. We waited, while waiting for your next client. Awesome. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jan. I think I said hi, Jan. Hey, Paul and Paula and Della. Wow, there's a lot of people on today. Thank you for joining me. Again, if you are watching this live on YouTube, the conversation is happening over on my Facebook page. Because I'm watching the playback on my iPad, so I can only, well, actually, I probably could open YouTube as well on here, but most of you guys watch through Facebook anyway, so I'm just going to keep it at that. So anyways, if you're on YouTube watching this live, and I'm not responding to your questions or saying hi to you, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not watching it back on that platform. I could look at my phone once in a while, but see, it's upside down. Okay, we do have a YouTube watcher. Let me see if I can see. All right, Stitching with the Sisterlies, that's Colleen. So anyway, if you, like I said, go to Facebook, search Teresa Kogut, the one without my middle initial, just Teresa Kogut, and go to my page and you can watch it there. It's super simple. Of course, if you don't have Facebook, I guess it's not that simple then. So the tutorial, you're thinking, well, she's doing a tutorial right now and she's just chit-chatting with us. The tutorial will be a voiceover. So I will be voice recording my, over top of this recording and giving instruction. Okay, Jan was over on YouTube and she came here. Awesome. I'm going to mention that throughout this video, so don't get tired of hearing me say it. But in case people join in, they might not be aware. Oh, she's so cute. Girl, what's up? What's up with that, Colleen? That's funny. Let's see. I want this to be prim. I love this flower basket right here. This would be so cute for all of you that cross stitch. If you're watching and you're a cross stitcher, I know the question's going to come up, so I'm just going to tell you right now. Yes, this is going to be a cross stitch pattern eventually. I wish I had the time to get it stitched for market this year because I don't really have spring stuff to take to market. I have a lot of stuff to take to market, but none of it's like this where it's strictly spring. That's okay. Hi, Rhonda. Going back to YouTube, you cut off in Facebook. Really? Well, let me see if I can get, I might be able to get YouTube and Facebook up on my iPad. I'm not sure. I think what happens when I open Facebook, it fills the screen. Like if I want to see the comments as they come in, it fills the whole screen on my iPad. So yeah, it doesn't work. I could have brought my laptop down. I'm treating my laptop with kid gloves right now because until I get all these books ordered, I have so much information on there that I don't know. I just don't like carrying it back and forth to the studio right now because I'm having some issues with my laptop and I don't want to push my luck with it until I get these books ordered. Because if something happened, oh, I don't even want to think about it. Seriously, I would cry. I would cry like a baby. It'd be very unattractive. I do have a new laptop on order. I do. It's supposed to be here mid-February. Somebody was saying, where did I see that? Oh, I think it was on Floss Toss. Rachel and Sue. I think it might have been Sue ordered a laptop, a Mac, or an Apple, whatever, and it was waylaid. Like it took longer to get than they said it would. So I'm not going to get my panties in a wad if it doesn't show up when they say. I mean, shoot, we've been waiting on a new stove or new oven stove since April of 2021. Yeah, almost a year. So hi, Tina. Hi, Heather. Thank you, Mandy. So what's everyone been up to? Like, is 2022 going well for you so far? Did you enjoy your holiday season? Anything interesting happen in the last couple months that we've been missing? I guess it hasn't been 2 months, but it's been a while. I know we had one after Thanksgiving because I remember we talked about Thanksgiving. And I think that was the last one. And then we had Christmas and all those things go on. Anybody get like a new pet? Have a new child or grandchild? Start a new business? Get married? Get pregnant? Win the lottery? Anything exciting? I want to live through you. Lunch break is over for Tina. I enjoyed watching. Up till now, your work is beautiful. Thank you, Tina. Have a good day at work. Started teleworking today. Numbers have been going up. Glad to be home and able to watch Whatcha Paint Wednesday. Oh, working from home. Nothing better. You did, Mendy? That is huge. Wow. Good for you. So you just did that in the midst of the holidays and everything? Or did you have it done before then? See, now you can work in your pajamas. I'm kidding. You're still open to the public, I'm guessing. Oh, such a big move. Yeah, oh my gosh. You know, when we moved our business, so when we had Primitive Folk, when we first started Primitive Folk, that was in 94. Yeah, 94 we started Primitive Folk, and we had it in our house. It was a 980 square foot home with one bathroom, and the business grew and the business grew and the business grew, and we had at one time, I always have to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees in this small house and one bathroom. I keep saying that because that's so important that there was only one bathroom. And then I got pregnant with Ryan, and I'm like, this has to go away. This can't be in the house anymore. Like, I can't have a newborn baby with all this going on. And we ended up leasing a place like 2 miles down the road. But oh my gosh, it's a big expense. But it was worth it for me because I'm like, I can't even imagine having a newborn with all this ruckus going on. And then we moved here 20 years ago. This June, it will be 21 years that we've lived here. No, is that right? Yeah. I don't know. Gosh, that's ridiculous. How do I not know that? Oh god, the brain is my memory. Don't they say your memory's the first thing to go? We've been here 21 years, 20 to 21 years, somewhere around there. And then when we moved here, we by then we had closed Primitive Folk and we were just doing licensing. And we were the business was in our downstairs. So when we had Primitive Folk and we had the business in that teeny tiny house, the bulk of the business was downstairs. It took over our basement. Our garage was where the frames were being hand painted and sanded and stained. And we had a little shed out back, a teeny, teeny, tiny storage shed. And that's where the sanding would take place because we didn't want all the sanding particles to get on the painted ones. And then our bedroom was our office. It was ridiculous. it was a lot to deal with, but hey, it worked. So it was in the downstairs, and so when I painted, I would paint like at the kitchen table because I wanted natural light. Because in our basement at our old house, it wasn't a walkout basement; it was a basement, and just had those small little windows around the top, so there was really no natural light. So then when we bought this house, that was the biggest thing. I said we both agreed that it has to have a pole barn that we can convert into a studio, and so I worked in the downstairs at this house that we currently live in, but it's a walkout basement. So there's the door, there's a lot of natural light comes in there. And that's the section of the basement that the business was in, so that we had mostly natural light. And then, uh, you know, it took, I don't know, a year or two to redo this pole barn and to make it into my studio. And so the biggest thing I wanted in the studio was lots of natural light. So pretty much 3 out of the 4 walls, it's nothing but windows. The only wall that doesn't have windows on it is the back wall because it divides this building in half. So there's no windows. So it's all kinds of natural light and it's wonderful. I can look out anywhere I look, I can look outside and see outside. So it's wonderful. But things change, right, Mendy? I mean, you know, and working from home is a beautiful thing. You save a lot of money and you're right there. You don't have to go anywhere to get stuff done. So, uh, blah, blah, blah. I'm just rambling on now. Stitching watercolor Valentines with granddaughter, working from home and watching you today. Just day to day life. That's awesome, Shauna. I love that. Watercolor Valentines with your granddaughter. How fun is that? Yeah, the kiddos. I'm looking forward to, I shouldn't say I'm looking forward to because I love every age and I don't want them to grow up fast. So I don't want to say I'm looking forward to. But when the time comes and they're older and can, come down here and paint with me, oh, it's funny because the boys, when they were grown up, they were, I always told them after school, get your homework done and you're welcome to come down and paint. They never wanted to paint. They wanted to play with clay. So I always had sculpty clay and I have an oven down here. So when we remodeled this or transformed this pole barn into my studio, we wanted to make it like it could be a stand on its own home in case we needed it for an aging relative or something. I could always move the business back to the house. We just wanted to make it uh, a place where someone could live if need be. So it has a full kitchen. I mean, it has a small fridge, but you could always put a large fridge down here. It's got an oven, microwave, coffee. It's got a full bath, so where was I going with that though? Oh, yeah. So I don't know why I had to bring that up, but just the kids would come down and oh, I know because I said I have an oven down here. So we would bake Sculpey figurines. I still have some of their stuff. Ryan liked doing it so much that I actually enrolled him at the Flint Institute of Arts in their pottery program, hand building pottery for kids, and he loved it. He made some cool stuff in there. So good times, good times. I always encouraged the kids to be, creative, whether it was painting, drawing, clay, and then music went out for both of them really, because as Ryan got older, he took drum lessons, and he was really actually quite good on the drums. But he is like me and doesn't really like to be the center of attention. He, like being in a band and stuff. It's just not his thing. But Kyle, that's what he loves. He is born to be on stage. I'm gabbing so much, I'm not getting a lot of painting done. I love these muted colors. Oh, you guys want to see something pretty cool that I just got back from one of my model stitchers? His name is Matthew Paintin. He lives in Ohio. He and his mom stitch models for me. They are incredible stitchers, and he must be 19, maybe even 20 by now. I think he was 18 when he started stitching for me. But he loves it because it's just relaxing for him, and he likes the full coverage pieces. So I'm gonna go get this. I'm gonna go get it. Give me a second. This is going to be a new release at market this year. So feast your eyes. Hold on, I gotta get something to hold it flat. I haven't ironed it yet, so forgive the wrinkles, but you'll get the gist of it. Look at that. Look at his stitches, you guys. Look how good he stitches. Little baby Jesus face. So I'm going to custom order a frame today, and hopefully it comes in quickly because I can't make the cover until I have the frame, have it framed and photographed and everything. So, but oh my gosh, I love the colors in this, and I'm so happy about having that back. Yeah, there's so many color changes in that, and but he's fantastic at stitching. I'm looking on my phone so I can see YouTube comments. Teresa, thank you. My first time watching. This is really interesting. Cool. Glad you're here, Maureen. All right, I'm breaking my neck doing this. Oh, yeah, it's just I'm in awe of people that can stitch like that, like all those color changes, and I look at his X's and I'm like even okay, so when I stitch with white, I don't know why, but my X's don't look as good as my other X's do. But wow, his are just magnificent. I need to take lessons from him. I don't know if he stitches in hand or not. I don't know. Leslie. Um, I know I have been wanting to do a video for CW Live to let you guys know what's going on, but I'm just going to say it here, and then I'll do a post today to let everyone know what's going on. But at this time, I'm not going to be doing CW Live again. Not to say I won't ever do it again, but I thought I could do a January through mid-February one. And I've been working like a crazy person. There's just no way I could have fit it in there. And, when I started CW Live, I wasn't designing fabric, and um, I didn't have Patreon back then. So I had more time, and now I just don't. So what I'm doing for the people, though, that were in CW Live for the last CW Live, um, I'm going to be doing tutorials like I was mentioning earlier, that I'm going to paint this one and two other, and I'm going to offer it as a bundle, as a tutorial. And my people that are CW Live people, you will get a discount on any of those kind of tutorials that I could have done as CW Live class. Does that make sense? So anyway, I'm going to do a video though and post it in CW Live Facebook group so that you guys have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to go into any more detail on that right now, but as of right now, I can't. I don't have time. And then with my mom and Jerry coming in the summer, I had told you guys that I'm not doing it, definitely not doing it in the summer, because it was really difficult last summer to do that. Having my mom and Jerry here. So, but like I said, I'm not saying I'll never do it again. I'm going to keep that group open. And if there comes a time when I have more time and I say, oh, gal, the next few months, and I don't have a ton of things going on, I could do a class or something. I might do that. But I can safely say that probably this entire year I'm not going to offer CW Live. I'm the guest designer at a spring retreat and a fall retreat. And I know from last year those take a ton of prep. So yeah, there's just too much going on. I will miss the live videos, though. But it doesn't mean we can't still converse on CW Live. The people that were members at the end will still have access to those lessons. So, when you get stuff painted, show it on there. Let's all share the work. Show your work. Show and tell. So, yeah. That's a hard decision to come to, but things change and we have to be able to go with the flow, right? And the reason I thought, well, I can just offer tutorials is because I can record those on my own time, and I'm not under like an obligation to have something done at a certain time, or that whole kind of thing. So it just allows me more freedom, and I'm all about freedom. Hey, Karen. How are you? You missed this past round of it. I regret missing the last round, but I totally understand. You've had too much going on. Thank you for understanding. Trying to look on my phone at the YouTube comments. Okay, I don't see any new ones. The reason I hadn't announced it too in the group is because it was a hard decision. It took a long time to finally come to that decision and find a solution. What I feel is some sort of solution, to still be offering lessons, but just in a different way. And so once I came to that, idea, I got that idea. I'm like, okay, I feel better about it now. I don't want to disappoint people, and I know how much the people that were in CW Live, how much they loved it. And so that's why I wanted to try to find some sort of something that would work, basically, at least for this year. Hi, Daisy. Long time no talk. It's funny because these little Prim watercolors remind me of what I used to paint when I first started primitive folk. What was that? 2094, 2004, 2014. So that's 10, 26, 27 years ago. Dang, that is a lifetime ago. That's really kind of scary. But this was how I painted back then when we had primitive folk. It was this kind of background where I go over it and kind of start with this little grungy background look. And the style of the drawings was, more prim, not tons of shading and tons of detail, just more prim. So yeah, it's fun to kind of how things kind of can come around full circle, going back to my roots, I guess you could say. Not that I'm not going to paint acrylic, trust me. I can't wait to finish that one I was working on the last time we were together for Witch Paint Wednesday. I can't wait to get that painted. But I'll tell you why I didn't want to work on it today is because it's been so long. The acrylic paints, I'm sure, are no good that are in my palette that seals up. They probably have mold on them. And I didn't want to get a bunch of fresh paint out because I'm going to do Witch Paint Wednesday next week. And then I'll probably be off for a little bit because of, vacation and then getting ready for market and then going to market. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to waste more paint. So I thought, well, I really want to do these little watercolors, continue that whole line, because it was so much fun during Vlogmas to do those. So, and these are much quicker. So I thought, well, if I start this week, I probably can finish it Whatcha Paint Wednesday next week. Of course, I'm gabbing so much, I'm not painting as much as I should be. But that's the whole point of Whatcha Paint Wednesday, is to visit. So I don't like the color of that. Thank you, Carol. Hold on, I got some YouTube comments or questions, comments, whatever. Hi, Dawn. So am I understanding no more creative whims going forward? Not in the foreseeable future. I'm not saying that I won't ever do it again, but but I'm going to do a video in CW Live explaining it to all, to a deeper understanding for everyone in CW Live. I'll do that sometime this week. I don't know if I'll do it live. It might just be a video I post on there. I don't know. But yeah, just too much going on to try to balance everything. And oh God, when I realized that I was off by a month and a half for the deadline on my fabric line, Kevin just happened to come in the house and saw me just sitting there. I had like deer in the headlights look, I guess, on my face. And he's like, "Are you okay? You look like you're going to cry." And I goes, "Well, I might eventually, but right now I'm okay." And I said, and I told him what happened. And I said, "I think I'm just trying to do too much. And I'm just chasing my tail and I'm behind on everything." So I'm like, it'll work out. It'll work out. I always, meet my deadlines. I always make it happen, but I'm going to have some really, really long days ahead of me. But it's all good. It's all good stuff. Whoops. It's all good. Oh, I love the softness of this painting. Do a little zoom in so you can kind of see. Her little scissors. I love those little scissors. Exactly, Leslie. It always manages to work out. I might do that video right after I'm done with this. Since I have my camera and everything out, I might as well. Because I'm sure everyone's wondering, because I said we would start in January. Well, guess what? January's half over. Heather, that's funny. As if you need another project, right? Watercolor is fun. It's so much more portable than acrylic, although I will never give up my acrylics ever. Um, Obviously, there's things you can do with acrylic, like the crackle and stuff, you can't do with watercolor. So, but just you can create such softness with watercolor. It dries quick. It's portable. You don't need a lot of. I mean, this palette right here, and it dries out. All you do is just spray it with water, and it reconstitutes the paints, and you're off to the races. So it just it's nice. I can paint up at the house that way, but with acrylic and then doing the larger paintings, I have to do that in my studio. They both have their merits, that's for sure. Golly, I'm holding my breath doing these lines because I don't want to have them too wobbly. So if you hear me taking deep breaths, that's why. All right, we need like purple eggs and blue eggs, and we need to make some fun Easter colors. Ooh, I like that yellow. What's fun with watercolor too is, like, let's say I get the painting done, but I want that house to be white. I've painted acrylic over watercolor, so I could get out my white paint and do that, and it would be no problem. Hey, I got my best sleep score ever on my Fitbit last night. I slept 7.5 hours. That hasn't happened in I don't know how long. I could probably safely say years. Yep, I was so happy about that. After listening to that podcast about sleep, I have just been all about trying to get, at least 7 hours of sleep. And most nights I'm, 6 hours, 6.5 hours. I rarely make 7. But in my REM sleep is a REM. So you got light. So it will track how much during the night you were awake, your REM sleep, your light sleep, and then your deep sleep. When I get around an hour and a half of REM and around an hour and a half of deep sleep, my sleep scores are really good. So it must mean that, I guess I thought deep sleep was the best. I don't know what's the best. But I'm trying really hard to just do things to be more healthy, and working on my sleep habits are important. Very important. So I'm working on that. I'm doing pretty good. Eh, I'm not doing pretty good. I'm doing okay on eating healthier. We have switched over to making a salad for every dinner, and we've missed a couple times. But for the most part, doing good with that. And then I have like a healthy smoothie every morning with like fruit and protein powder and collagen and peptides and all that stuff. I've been doing that. I don't do it every single morning. That's the goal. But there's, when the grandkids are here, we make them a breakfast, scrambled eggs and bacon and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having that. I'm having that. So, but just making a conscious effort for my health. Walking. So the goal is between 7,000 and 10,000 steps a day. I am horrible with that because my work is very sit on your butt kind of work. Sit on your butt, designing the books for market on the computer, sit on your butt designing cross stitch charts and all that stuff. Sit on your butt stitching, punch needling, whatever, it's all sit on your butt stuff. And so yesterday I got up and I went on a walk with Teeny Woo. I still didn't get 7,000 steps in. It wasn't a long enough walk, I guess, or I didn't get up and walk enough times during the day. So I'm working on that still. One's job could give them the 10,000 easily if they have a job where they're on their feet all day, but not for this girl. I have to make a big effort to try and get those steps in, and I'm failing miserably at that. What else? Some pink eggs. Oh, purple. I need to put purple in there. I'm not a big fan of the color purple, but for Easter, it is an important color. And there you have it. I mean, the color purple is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's just not conducive to my like decor and what I like. And then you look at my angel cross stitch in demand or in command, in demand, in command, and that's a lot of purple. Cross stitch. Oh, this cross stitch. Yeah, I'm going to make that into cross stitch for sure. I'm working on a cross stitch piece right now for Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine, due at the end of the month. And I designed it and I knew I didn't have time to send it out to be stitched, so I'm stitching it myself. And it's so cute and so fun. And I think I should be able to finish it tonight. I just have the flower vine to do, and it'll be done, and then I gotta fully finish it, photograph it, write the instructions. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I love that magazine. What other colors? Pink. Put a little pink. A little pink. I could do like a green, like a really light minty green for the eggs. I got 2 more eggs after this one, so I think I'm going to do green. You volunteered to model stitch this. All right, Mandy, you got it, sister. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. What did I say? Green. I'm glad I saw your comment. Yeah, you'll have dang near a year to stitch it because I won't release it till next market. Oh, I love this. It's so fun. Yeah, because you own your own business. You're busy. So you have lots of time to do it. That'll be great. I know, Colleen. You get 5,000 more steps a day than than I do. And lucky if I get 1.5 miles, and I think my Fitbit cheats. Oh, that's funny. I know. I want to do a Lincoln sampler so bad. So bad. It's coming. Well, and you know that print, I think I gave you that print. It's a side view of Lincoln, and it's actually a Ronald Reagan quote. Anyways, I do have that in my computer, and I started charting that. That's another one I want to get done. But yeah. There's just not enough hours in the day to do everything that I would like to do. Can I just tell you? That is how it is. But I would rather have that problem than to be like having creative block or something and just not having any ideas at all. So I'm not complaining. I'll take all the ideas. They're in my sketchbook. They're not going anywhere. After I paint this little yellow thing, probably gonna go. It's been over an hour. Yeah, so next week we will see you here again, and I'm going to get this little piece done. help if I had a bigger brush. Whoa! Did you see that? Just roll right across my painting. Good thing it didn't have paint on it. All right, beautiful people. I'm going to go. Thanks for joining me. I so appreciate you being here. Wait. What did Colleen say? Ooh, I bet you are. Do you do custom quilting? Wait, I started saying. Past 5 p.m. you get more done. I want to get the Raven custom quilted. Yay, cool. Making business here. I love it. That one might be a little too ambitious. That is gorgeous, Colleen. Your work, and you get so much done. But yeah, that Raven quilt and the cross stitch quilt that you did with the Little House Needleworks Americana, oh my gosh, those are spectacular. And it's just, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see all the things that you're working on. Well, thanks for joining, everyone. Thank you, Shauna. Appreciate you guys being here, and we will finish this up next week. So you guys have a wonderful week, and we will catch you on the next live. Bye.